Hello everyone, welcome to episode 19 of the Day and Night Podcast. Today with me I have no guests, it's just myself due to limited budget constraints. We can't afford to get a guest this week. Hopefully next podcast we'll have someone. So since it's just going to be me bouncing ideas off myself, this one should be relatively shorter. Anyways, today we'll be talking about the Slayers event. It came out from last podcast. We've had it for like 2 weeks. We're going to have it. And it's going to roughly end in about 4 days, depending on when this podcast comes out. And pretty much it's just a rerun of the original Slayers event. We've had banners for all the units. So we've had the paid step up, which is guaranteed after 3 steps. Then we've got the regular banner, which is also a step up, but you get one of the free units. You either get Lina, Nagabedo, or Gori, depending on how lucky you are on the 10th step. And then the 4-star units are also in the pool. Same thing with the Relic Overlord Special, which didn't get buffed, which is kind of sad to say. Because if it did, it'd be really, really strong. But right now, it's just kind of really mediocre. Only really good on Fluto, I'd say. Because not very many other units hit fire/ice damage at the same time. Except for maybe some of those multi-elemental AoEs. But even then, the kits don't generally have the elements on them regularly. Besides that, it's a good opportunity to go grab yourself some collab units if you do like Slayers. I know not a lot of people have watched it, but I personally enjoy it. Yeah, nothing much to talk about the event. The undead is generally simple, nothing too fancy. You can just bring your standard team. I've just run kind of like the same old with like Pimpines, PDL, Naofumi, and Aqua, or whatever team you guys got. I don't think there was anything that really caught me off guard for the undead. Besides that, man, there's gotta be a lot of umming and ahhing on this one, because I normally get other people's opinions on it, but there's no one here. Alright, so with the Slayers event, we've also got the Guild Raid. Guild Raid is pretty much everyone on your guild scores towards raid defeats, getting points, and then your points you have to add up in total. This is the second Guild Raid in the game. The first one was the second anniversary. This one is just the Slayers Raid from first year, except they've made it the Guild one. Guild rewards are pretty much guaranteed for every guild gets Slayer emoticons for their chat. Top 3 guilds get a Slayer guild icon. And everyone else kind of just gets middling amounts of chaos as well. The boss is Fire Dragon from last time. He is weak to fire, ice, and darkness. And then he has resistance to paralysis for the first 2 turns. And then after that, it falls off. He has a chance to get sealed. So he has moderate resistance to seal. So he can get sealed at any point. And then ideal strat is Neurologist. Really good unit. She can seal/paralysis on her skill, which makes the run so much easier because this boss has a anti-hit mechanic where after 7 hits that he takes, he will cleanse buffs, increase fire damage and AoE, and he'll do that again at 11. And if he does that again at 11 hits and you have nothing, your entire team is probably going to wipe if he does that to you twice. So normally if you seal, he won't use his skill, and then he can't, I don't think, if he's paralysis, he can't even debuff him, cleanse debuff. So normally sealing and paralysis stops all his interactions. So you can run units like Tubedo, which is the Dark Knight Nazfest, the second Albedo. She's really strong, physical multi-hit. She's probably one of the highest CPS in the game because when they made her, they just broke the mold and how busted she is. Units like Najik Shizu with her multi-hit is also fine once you manage to take care of the boss's ability to just AoE nuke you. So paralysis seal, a bunch of good seal units. You can use Najik Mare, you can use Nernest, you can even use the cosplay Albedos, Nagabedos, paralysis skill as well. So a lot of different options there. Strong DPS, you can do strong fire DPS, you can use Lina. Gori's technically not bad because he's a dark single target physical attacker, but there's better ones in the game, like Day Alive Toka, the second one. And also ice units, you can go glass, You can go Mighty Cock. You can go Nagabedo. Yeah. So, man, I can't even call this a podcast episode because this is more like one of my older videos where I actually just discuss what's going on. So, yeah, we've also gotten during this period Summer 2. So this is a rerun of the Year 2 Summer event. This one we have this was the introduction of Swimsuit Irons, Swimsuit Evil Eye, Swimsuit Lackeus as all 5 stars. We got the 4-star Gagaran as a luck unit event last time, and she's redeemable in the shop as well. And then we also got the twins, who are only on banner in swimsuits. So generally, you can just go get another luck unit. Gagaran's normally known for being a single target unit with like a decent stun rate skill, and that's kind of it. So generally, if you're using stuff for firebang, Fox would just be better, irregardless, unless you're just a huge Gagaran fan. And if you are, kudos to you. No judging, no shame. All these units got buffed, just like the Slayer units. So, Ain's pretty strong. He kind of got like moved up a bit on the tier list, but not by much. He's generally kind of the same. He has like a good single target, like decent AOE. MP cost is a bit higher and stuff, but the ratios are really nice. Evil Eye became a kind of she dropped down because she was starting to get obsoleted, but then she kind of went back up again because she's still a very good single target DPS. Her other iteration, her Nazik Fest, is also one because it has amp up. This one is just kind of like a 2-hit high percentage of damage. Lackeus got better MP cost for her AoE heal, so she's now like a really more usable version of herself, even though it heals a bit less, but it gives you a bunch of element strengthens. The twins are 4-star units. Can't really say anything good about them besides the fact that like they have AoE skills, but I think at 5 MP still, so they didn't get buffed at all. Yeah, we have a chance to go get the summer relic again. Pretty much all this means though is we're most likely getting summer free right after Slayer's event and the summer 2 rerun. So I know all the events are kind of ending at the 5th. Same thing with the raid, because I think the raid ends at the same time as the event. So after that, we'll get summer free. We got speculations on what the units are gonna be. If you go check the Mask of the Dead wiki, which is a thing, which is a new thing. It's currently getting worked on again, which I'm a big fan of, because I'm one of the people who work on it. But it looks like it's gonna probably be. You know what? You guys can look on the wiki and find out yourselves. But it looks like there's gonna be 2 new swimsuit units for summer free. Besides that, we're going back to, I don't know, talking about like Slayers. So this is the first rerun that's not out of the anniversary. So second year anniversary, we had gotten like reruns of Konosuba and ReZero and Tanya, and like nothing new added. And then this is the next rerun, because technically the Day Alive 2 was like a new event. So this looks like it's a positive sign that we'll probably get like Berserk rerun or Shield Hero rerun this year, I'd say. And then Berserk units could get a bit better, but what really excites me is if Shield Hero comes back. Now Fumi is still serviceable to this day, and he came out around November of last year. So if they do buff Naofumi again, even with whatever buffs they do give him, if the small ones, it should make him still much more serviceable, and like maybe even bump him higher compared to the other tanks or something. Because Nazik Yuri and Nazik Albedo already got buffed, and it looks like they're not going to get buffed again for a while, until at least all the old units got buffed, like Nazagura, like maybe Victim. So Naofumi getting buffed would be really cool to see, because then either he becomes even more busted, or they give him like nothing, like 100 defense or something stupid like that. Yeah. So man, this is probably gonna be the shortest podcast on deck, because I don't think I could like delay for like another 20 minutes. Yeah, I was gonna say, um, hopefully you guys who are participating in the guild raid, this is a good time to get maybe a like 100 unit, because I think uh cosplay Shoutier is probably the best like 100 farming unit in the game due to the fact that she's a 4 MP AoE, and I think her base stats are just better than uh Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice's skill, I think. Besides that, you can grab like OD5 for your collection. I don't think it costs a stupid amount of medals to get copies of her, unlike last time, where I think it was a lot of limited in the shops for how many copies you can grab of her. So this time I think you can get like 100 just through redeeming medals. I don't think the raid is that difficult. And then looking at the raid standings, uh, Anniversary 2's #1 guild, they're still the #1 guild. I think they have like 5 or 6 whales, because you see a lot of them in the top 10, and like they are just like at the top of the guild standings. Meanwhile, the Discord Servers Guild, we used to be 4th, and I think we're like 65th or something at this point, and that's kind of sad to see. But what happens when you lose a few wheels here and there. But I don't think the guild rewards are too awful. The issue is that there isn't much to do with guilds still. So even though we have our second guild raid, I think we need like a lot more content, like either like a guild shop, like maybe we can like start spending guild points, so like we get guild points and we could redeem for like maybe like exp scrolls, for like skill scrolls, exp dragon eggs, relic food, like that'd be nice. Maybe even like limit break material for like some of the newer members, because then another source of them would be nice, like skill books. Just have to grind a bit less and like do something with these guild points, because the point ladder hasn't been updated since second anniversary, and they haven't really done anything with guilds. So all guilds are for, besides this guild raid, have just been you go there, you get points from a ladder, and you get like rewards. But then once you hit the cap, there's nothing else to do. They do need to like not overhaul, but they need to improve the guild system for sure, because it is kind of lacking. And it's kind of sad to see not expanding on it, because when it first came out, we knew that like it was gonna kind of suck until they made it better. And second anniversary was like good first steps to improve it, but then they just kind of stopped still, and that's not that great. Besides that, I think I will wrap up the podcast about now, because I think we've talked about everything that's going on, because Slayers event happened, raid happened with the Slayers event, Summer 2. We've got like a bunch of banners, which is nice, because the Summer 2 banners had a bunch of step ups, so you can do a bunch of really cheap like 10 pulls for 100. Same thing with Slayers event. We also had a 10 step, so that is nice that we've actually been getting 10 steps again. We've had kind of like a drought of them lately, but now that like we kind of see them again, it's good. I recommend doing like 1 or 2 pulls on each step up if you don't have a lot of units and you're just trying to build your pool. You might get lucky, you might get an event 5-star, you might get some good relics. Definitely just try to bolster your account. I am still looking forward to the release of Season 4 of Overlord, because most likely we'll hopefully get an injection of players into the game, and we could keep playing Mass of the Dead for the next 2 years. I'm hoping that we hit year 5. I'm not sure it will hit year 5, but if we hit year 5 for Mass of the Dead, that'd be amazing. Right now, I think we're aiming for year 3 at least. And thank you all for watching this episode, and hopefully next episode I'll have a guest, and we will be able to carry this on a bit longer than the one we have now. Peace.